Hello, everyone, and welcome to day 39 of 100 days of drawing. This is Pierson here. I'm going to start drawing here pretty soon. Actually, I'm just going to do it right now. Let's just start. I'm going to get out of this little rant that I usually have at the beginning. I really don't have anything to say today. So let's go. Alrighty, here we go. So it's day 39 of 100 days of drawing, and it's getting very hard. I'm gonna be honest with you, it's getting very difficult to do these things because I'm just running out of, like, my scheduling is becoming more and more hectic. There we go. Always forget to put all these things. So my scheduling is getting more and more hectic, and because of that, I just haven't been very I want to say, like, studious with my drawing. Like, I've been doing it every day, but like the last few days have been really terrible. I just been barely getting them in because of, I think, if I do a little bit of self-reflection, I changed my patterns quite a bit. So I was waking up 4-ish, 5-ish, and I was doing these drawings rather late, actually, in the day, in the morning, because I was just procrastinating. So I was doing them rather late in the morning. So I was waking up 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. And then what I was doing? Oh, I was doing some, like, mental preparation, journaling, kind of getting, like, looking at my schedule for the day and kind of planning out my day. And that kind of stopped. I changed that to wake up at 3 a.m. in the morning because I've been trying to get all these commissions that I've been paid to do completed. And so I've been trying to get up early in the morning to do those. And then after I spend 2 hours drawing on those in the morning, I go and do this 30-minute session. But one of the things that's missing is the morning ritual of scheduling, where I look and kind of review the day. And because I'm not really reviewing that day, it becomes, I guess, like, psychologically, it becomes kind of it's important, but it's not put on the it's not like, I don't know, I can't explain it. It's important, but it's not urgent, maybe. Oh, this serves me right for drawing so high up. I drew too high up. I should have. I think the reason why I'm drawing high up, so the only way that the camera can see what I'm drawing without this camera being in my face, because literally the camera is, my head is 2 inches from the whatever this little armature thing that's holding the camera here. Literally 2 inches. It's the most unnerving thing. I don't think, like, I don't know how to set up the camera at this point in my life. I don't know where to set the camera up. I don't have the room. I sound like I'm making a big old list of excuses, like, why don't you have the camera in the right place, brother? That's supposed to be like a Hulk Hogan? Brother, you're supposed to have this in the right place. Now, I just can't find a right position because of the area, the studio that I'm in, the place that I'm working in has, like, no space. Like, zero space is here. And because there's zero space, I had to kind of circumvent. So, like, I'm very uncomfortable drawing the object so low because now there's this giant space right here. And because it's a 30-minute drawing, I'm not going to make those specific corrections because it's a waste of time. If I know that I am only going to be able to spend 30 minutes on this, I might as well get something kind of built up. So I'm not going to like, well, this is all wrong, scratch it, move it all the way down. I can't set it up like I would set up a 30-hour drawing or a 10-hour drawing or a 5-hour drawing. I can't do it. Unfortunately, I can't do any of that. And I think that's one of the problems I'm dealing with is how do I set up my drawing so that I can make it feel like it's getting semi-complete, or make it feel I don't know what's the wording for it, finished yet unfinished at the same time. And so that's what I'm struggling with at this moment, because as of lately I haven't been able to devote extra time during the day because I just had like all these little things just kind of, life hits you and then you're trying to hustle. I just like right now, I always make the mistake of not getting the correct angles on these blocks. I make like a generalized like a stereotypical like cube, but really this is not the cube that I'm seeing. The reality of the cube is I'm seeing more of that top because I'm looking down on it. And yeah, so that's one of the things. I'm not going to change that because that's an action. That's a time action that I have to do to adjust. So what I'm just going to do is I'm going to leave that there, and I have this little this elephant character is going to be coming off the page. See, I just bumped I turned my head and I bumped the camera with my head. That's how close it is to my head. I don't have the ability to zoom in. In fact, if I move the camera too close, it gets blurry, and I can't adjust that. And so I'm in a rock and a hard place with this live stream at the moment for this type of drawing or for this type of live streaming. I have some aspirations where I want to have like multiple cameras, one on the still life, one on here, and then one on like my face from afar or something. So at least you're getting something more than just like the drawing paper. But right now I'm just kind of making do with what I have. And I think that's a good quality to have, because a lot of people won't start stuff like this if they don't have everything just perfect, just so perfect and everything like so. But the problem is not everything is going to be perfect, None of this is going to be perfect, and you just got to accept that and kind of go with it. So there's a giant little toy dinosaur in the background here, and it's kind of, I'm just trying to decide how much I want to show, because it's probably going to come off the paper. Let's say it's coming off the paper there. So I'm just trying to map things out a little bit. Probably going a little slower than I should, given that I only have 20 minutes left. I think that's good enough for now. I'll leave that alone. That's going to be a lot of actions. Maybe I'll add a little bit more of like an abstraction, maybe like the top of the head or parts of the head that's getting in the way. There's these clips here that are kind of in the way of my drawing. So there's that. I just sound like I'm making a bunch of complaints. Matt, you're making complaints. Fix it. Stop complaining. Start doing. But I can't help it. Quit telling me what to do. Here's something they don't talk about. People don't talk about. They don't talk about how incredibly hot these lights are. Like these studio lights. Oh my gosh. I'm like just sweating over here. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to work on the sheep little character here, and then kind of build out from there. So anything like kind of close with the sheep, I'll build out. So I kind of made a little understructure, as you kind of see now, and then I'm going to build out. So I'm going to work on some of the shadows that are close to the sheep, and then use that to kind of help form my sheep character, like the toy, not a character, I guess the sheep toy, I guess. And I'm going to use some of these values surrounding it to kind of sculpt just ever so slightly. I don't have a lot of time to really do it, but I'm going to do the best that I can. And also the paper itself, I have actually better paper, but I made the really dumb action of buying more, and I bought the Dick Blick brand, and it's not bad paper if you want to just kind of like play around with it, but when you're trying to do I find it obnoxiously toothy. You know, I find it really, really toothy. And that really bugs me. Another part about drawing in the evening is I've already been up. Gosh, usually if I draw in the evening, if you see me in a draw in the evening during the week, I've already been like doing things for about 15 hours straight. So you can say like, give me like, why are you drawing right now? Like, yeah, that is the $1 million question. Why? So if I miss my morning drawing session, it really hits me hard. So right now I'm trying to focus, but I don't have any focus. There's like no focus today. So what I try to do during these circumstances, if I'm trying to get some semblance of focus together, I'm trying to slow down, and I'll be mindful, try to make the corrections that I see necessary in the drawing. I'm always for these toys, I'm under emphasizing the face, like by a lot. Like their faces are like so ginormous, like their size of their bodies. Like literally the heads of these like toys that I'm drawing are the size of the body, and it's like, this is so weird because it just goes against the proportion norms of what we normally do. So I'm always I'm like struggling with it. So I'm constantly changing the scale. So I think what I'm struggling with these drawings is not only just time, but I'm trying to do a type of drawing that isn't really good for this time frame. So I'm trying to figure out a balance of slowing down the pace, slowing down the pace and then adding value. What's going to suck is I only have 15 minutes to really work on this, and I really haven't got anything done. And I haven't really, it's not like I haven't been doing anything. I mean, I've been moving around. maybe not as fast as I could be moving around. You know, I guess I could be going faster, but like how fast is too fast, right? So just trying to figure out this perfect, this a a perfect balance between spending the right amount of time in each area. I don't know. I feel though at this point that I'm not really I'm progressing. Like I'm kind of feel like I'm backtracking because I feel like I may have slowed down to the point where I'm being overly self-conscious, or maybe deep down inside I'm banking on the fact that I might be able to draw a little bit more after the session. Like I might get a little bit more time, you know, there might be some time opening up during the day, and I usually take advantage of that. And sometimes that happens, man. Sometimes I will have an opening of time in a day where I can really work on the drawing. But these last few days, this last week really is felt like really like I haven't had any time. I just been barely getting by on it, and it shows. So another thing is, like, I like to in these sessions I like to get really close, and if I get really close my face is in the frame, and I really don't like my face in the frame. I'm not. So it's also going to take me a little bit of getting used to and how to make this, how I can get faster drawing on this medium, on this paper, because it really, it with the newsprint I didn't have as much as a problem because the newsprint would pick up more pigment than this stuff. This stuff picks it up, but it also smears it, softens it up quicker. So there's that. Maybe I'm just making giant excuses. I probably am making some good excuses. I'm good at that. I think we are kind of good at making excuses for ourselves some days. It was hot. It was too cold. I was tired. So I'm overemphasizing the line weight so I can... It's actually going a little bit more heavy than I expected it for this. Typically, it doesn't melt. When I say melt, I mean like the paper doesn't pick up the charcoal as easily. Maybe I'm using a different stick. Maybe because I have 2 charcoal sticks. One might be softer than the other. I'm not sure. That was a mistake. That's another mistake. What I hate is what's gonna be bad is I'm gonna be posting these I post this drawing on Instagram and I was like, oh gosh, these are rough because they're not finished. They're far from finished. And I posted these these terrible incomplete drawings. They're not even that good. I'm like, oh gosh, this is not like my level. This is not where I'm usually when my level, like my skill level. I'm just like struggling. Maybe it's like just a mental thing. Like I'm where I don't feel like drawing, and I'm trying to force myself to, and it's resonating with the the final product, and I'm not looking as much. I know I'm not looking as much is because I think it's because I'm talking more. I don't know if that's a good thing. I keep trying doing this motion here, and I'm always very disappointed at the final result. I'm like, oh gosh, why'd I do that? Why'd you do that? This is a bad mark. It doesn't work the way that you're expecting it. Wow. It's amazing how much time you actually need to do a drawing of sorts. Like, I'm actually getting to the point where, like, I don't know where I can go faster. You know, and trying to get a good simulets done in 30 minutes. But I don't know, man. I don't know where I can go even remotely faster other than, I don't know. I mean, perhaps I should use a chamois or something. Maybe that might help. I don't know. Would the chamois speed up my application of pigment? That could be something I could consider doing. You know? Because I'm not getting near as much done as I am anticipating in this. Because I thought if I were to just kind of lightly draw out that back thing, the slightly sketch out some of these other elements, and if I spent most of my time on the front sheep, I'd be better at it. And perhaps I still underestimated how much time it's going to need to do one of these sheeps. You know, just one of those things. I'm gonna keep chugging at it and see what I can get done. Maybe there'll be other days where I can get more done. You know, it's just one of those days. It's just one of those things where you can't beat yourself up over it. You know. Because there's certain things I certainly could be further along here. I guess maybe there's just too much going on, or maybe I still need to slow down. Maybe I should just do what I started doing earlier, which is working on two objects. Or perhaps it's the sheep. Like it's got all these like little bitty rounded areas, and I'm like trying to figure out where I am on them. You know? You know? And I'm making some decent headway in certain areas, but like I'm not happy with where I'm at within the 30-minute time frame. definitely not happy with where it's at. Oh well. That's a wrap. I'm not done with it. I might spend a little bit more time on it, but right now I got it's actually it's time for me to go to bed, but I'm going to spend some I got to go do some things like clean my hands and turn off all this electronic stuff, get everything out of the way so I can work for the tomorrow morning, you know, prepare for the next day. Don't be too upset, just don't be upset about the progress of the drawing. It's not bad. I'm not disappointed. To some extent I am kind of disappointed. I wish I could get these drawings done or get them closer to completion in 30 minutes, but it might be the sheep. It also might be, I don't know. I'm struggling. I'm struggling quite a bit. I'm not understanding the texture of the white paper on this brand. The other brand I'm even like I generally use a nicer brand that has a smoother tooth to them. And I bought this pad and I'm going to use it. I got like 70 sheets to use. I'm going to use them all. Anyways, I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you for watching. I will not continue working on this. I got to get going to bed. All right. Cheers.